Okay, what's good, nerds? Today, you asked for it, and I am here to receive. I'm using all of the new weapons today. All of them. So we got... Where's the enemy? Oh, hello. And I'm doing it all on brutal difficulty, because why not? So, oh. Right, I forgot this game just gives you the... We're gonna ignore that. We're using the Alt Marksman, because it's been buffed. And I think it's a pretty good buff. I think it's a pretty cool buff. We've got the chainsaw gun. Obviously, because the chainsaw gun is very fun. I like it a lot. We have the alternate shotgun here. Which, from what I've heard, is very strong. Like, very, very strong. But I'm not a huge fan from using it initially, I can't lie. Like, I don't doubt that it's strong, right? I'm not doubting that. I definitely do think it is strong. But I don't like the fact that it's got like a weird little charge up. I'm not a huge fan of that. What I am a huge fan of is this. I like this. I like that. That is very fun. I mean, I've heard things about this alternate gun being very strong. I don't doubt that. But it's just... I feel like personally, I like the normal shotgun more. Right, I like it more. I like it, it's faster. You know what I mean? Like, the normal shotgun, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm more used to it. But I like the fact that I can just swap to it more. Instead of having to, like, wait for it to shoot. Oh, I forgot to turn the gun off, hang on. We can't be having this. Get that out of here. Is this a new weapon only? I mean, I do like... I like the gasoline, the oil gun. I like it, I think it's cool, but I haven't really found much of a use for it. And as you can see, the conductor is very strong. If there's a lot of body enemies about, this weapon is incredibly powerful. Like, incredibly powerful. And I mean, again, like, okay, I saw a thing where the alternate shotgun can two-shot the Panopticon, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, like, any gun being able to two-shot the Panopticon is insane. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. We're just gonna... That didn't happen. I mean, I like the gasoline gun. But I'm just not sure, like, how useful it really is. Like, after playing through the entirety of the game, which, yeah, I've already P-ranked the whole game, because, of course, I have. But, after doing that, I haven't really found any use for the gasoline gun. I just haven't. But the saw gun, this shotgun, I like it a lot more than the original. Even if it's like bad, I like it more. So you're probably going to see a lot of it from me. I mean, I guess I can oil up the swords machine. I guess I can do that now? Of course that's not gonna work. Which is, I mean... oiling up the bosses is cool, right? I think it's definitely... it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. But... I don't think it's worth it. Because the damage is very low. And also, just using it for normal enemies... I mean, it's okay when the enemies are just fodder like this, but... if it's anything stronger... I don't really think it's worth it. Also, one sad thing that we didn't get in this update is the yellow arm. Akita said this is the full Arsenal update, but we don't have the yellow arm. Where is it, Hikita? Huh? No damage. This is what I don't like with this. I get that this is probably the strongest weapon that Hikita's like ever added, but I am not a big fan. I'm just not. I think it's too like oddly specific. Yeah, like it's way too oddly specific in terms of what makes it good. Whereas, you know, with this gun, you just go in. Like what's not to like? But yeah, that's one of the main reasons I don't like the alternate whatchamacallit? It's because it's too slow, personally. For me. It's too slow. It takes such a long time between clicking the button and actually, like, having anything happen. Like, I completely get that the weapon is overpowered, right? Like, it is, from what I've seen. From what I've seen, it's overpowered. It's like, crazy overpowered. But, I don't like it. So I'm probably not going to be using it in my videos. I mean, yeah, it can do that, which is pretty crazy. But I think I prefer having the overpump in my arsenal. Because you can't overpump with this, I don't think. Like, I don't think you can, which is kinda sad. Or if you can, it's like really weird because it's all delayed. Can I? No, I can't like pre-oil the Cerberus. So I've seen a lot of people talking about the new Cerb buffs and how they don't really like them because they're strong. Which I mean, like, yeah, Cerb is definitely strong now. But I don't think it's too much. At least, you know, my personal opinion is, you know, it's not too strong. They are still very much just Cerberus, and I didn't heal from that. Okay, you know, I was trying to sit in Hikita's defense for that, but I just smacked Serb in the face with my gun and didn't heal. Okay, that's that's... You know, I was trying to defend Hikita, but yeah, I smacked him in the face and didn't heal. I don't really know what you want me to say because of that. You know, this weapon is far too situational for my liking. For my personal liking, that is. What am I dying to? What am... Oh, the fire just hasn't gone away. Okay, I guess that's a permanent feature of the game now. That's an interesting bug. Yeah. Guess I'm playing this on hard mode. Where I have permanent fire. Okay, that's... yeah. This is definitely hard mode. I've only got half the arena to work with here. Okay, that is quite good. That fire is definitely just here to stay, isn't it, huh? Well, you know, I was trying to say how the Serb buff really isn't that strong, and then half my arena got cut off by permanent fire. That is not like an accurate reflection of that difficulty. So don't go getting the wrong idea, right? The Serb buff, I like the Serb buff. It's honestly not that bad. It's just half my arena was completely cut off by fire. Also, huh? That really broke the starting door. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, right. Drones. Dude, they get one hell of a buff. These things now just will not stop moving. Yeah, I don't like. I'm not a fan of the alternate. How early you've got to press it, I'm not a huge fan. I don't know why it needed such long startup. Like, was this necessary? I don't think so. I think it'd be a good oh, okay, right, just give me that. I think it'd be a good change if the startup was reduced, but the damage was also reduced. Also, you know, I like how that Maurice just completely shat itself and died. That is a quirk of brutal difficulty. So, what is the hitbox in this thing? But yeah, Maurice on brutal difficulty, if you parry their projectile, odds are they just die. Like, straight up, odds are they just die. Nothing funny about it, they just die. Because they fire off so many projectiles that parrying one back will just insta-kill them. It's really funny. It's honestly so funny. Come here. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Come here! Yeah, out of my face. I love that, that's so funny. I'm a big fan of the chainsaw. Big fan of the chainsaw. Definitely my new favourite weapon. Also, the alternate marksman buff actually feels really good. I don't think it's good enough to make me start using it over... Oh, hang on, let me just... Forgot the game gave me that. Out of here. Oh, whoops. Out of here! Thank you. Yeah, I don't think it's good enough to make me start using it over the normal marksman, but it's definitely not bad anymore. Like, I like it a lot. It definitely adds much more skill to the weapon, because hitting your shots with the slower hit speed is actually like surprisingly hard. Wow, okay. Gasoline gun blocking off my vision. Okay, the enemy was behind me and I couldn't tell. I love that. Out of my face. Also, you can do this. Which, you know, if you kill the enemy, it just immediately sets... What the hell? That was interesting. But yeah, if you kill the enemy while like the shocking thing is on it, it just sets it off straight away, which is a brilliant idea. Otherwise, it would be completely useless, honestly. Come here. Yeah, two could play this game. One thing about Alt Marksman is I feel like it's still worse at one-shotting enemies than the normal Marksman is. Does this work? Oh yeah, that works. Go! Go, my chainsaw! I love the fact that you can, like, shoot off the chainsaw as well. That's really funny. I like it a lot. Also, I guess if you want my opinions on brutal difficulty, I think for the most part it's really good. I do think some changes could be made. Also, yeah, like the drones are kind of annoying. You know what I mean? But drones are fine because, like, like, you know, it's just a drone. Like, oh no. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, not the drone. But other enemies, like soldiers, I think soldiers are a bit on the strong side. Just a little bit. They're nothing overpowered. Out of my face. Like, you know, I don't think they're overpowered and strictly need a nerf. Like, right now, this second. But I do definitely think they're overtuned. 100% I think soldiers are somewhat overtuned. They definitely stand out to me as being a strong enemy. Like they stand out quite a lot. No, out of here. What else is alive? I swear I heard something. Yeah, I knew I heard you. Can't hide from me. Oh, I will say one thing with the shotgun, not the shotgun, the chainsaw gun, is it can be a little bit... It can be a little bit difficult to react in time and punch it back. if you're using it at close range. Which I guess is maybe the point. I don't know. Either way, chainsaw gun. See the yeah. Oh wow, that just got launched. Also, to all the people complaining about filth, Knuckle Blaster exists. Don't really know what you're complaining about. There's honestly nothing wrong with filth. I think their buff is good. I think like the one enemy that truly stood out to me as being like too strong was soldiers. Which I might be saying, you know, that's weird, they're not that strong, you know, they're just soldiers, and I agree, right? They are just soldiers. The reason I think they're overtuned is because they're meant to be just a fodder enemy. But they feel like they're much more than that. Like, they didn't get the biggest buff of any enemy. No, of course not. But they definitely got one of the biggest buffs. A buff that I think kind of makes them overstep their mark of being a fodder enemy. But other than that, I'd say all of the buffs are pretty good. Other than, I'd maybe say the Prime Souls are a little bit underwhelming. Like just slightly. Can I play? I'd say they are just slightly underwhelming. Do I have to punch this twice now? Oh my god, wow, okay, that's a big buff. That's quite a big buff, actually. That's, yeah, that's a surprisingly large buff for Hideous Mass. You have to punch this twice now. Also, I do not have much Hideous Mass damage, which I think is quite funny. I do think it's quite funny how little Hideous Mass damage I truly have. Oil! It didn't break it this time. Ah, V2. I think V2 got some pretty cool buffs. However, like he's a lot faster, like a lot faster. However, it's still V2. You know what I mean? Difficult boss fight. I will say, all bosses in this update, I think I heard that they got about 30% more health, which sounds about right. Like, all of the bosses are a lot tankier now. In Brutal, they didn't get 30% more health in Violent. They're a lot tankier on Brutal than they are on Violent, which I would say is a good buff. It means I actually have to, like, change up how I fight them slightly. Oh, bye-bye. Right, because, you know, my old strats don't work anymore because they've got more health, right? So, like, they're fighting me for longer. So I think that's a good buff. Usually I'm against just increasing the health, but I'd say good buff. Rare time when simply increasing the health is a good buff. But I will say, I do think the Prime Soul buffs are underwhelming. I will say that I do think the Prime Soul buffs are underwhelming. Mainly just because, like, you know, when I was fighting Minos and Sisyphus, they didn't feel any different. Right? Like, it felt exactly the same as just fighting them normally. Which, you know, I don't really think is how they should feel, right? They should feel like they're a significant step up, right? Like, you know, they're the hardest bosses in the game by far. They feel like they should, I feel like they should, you know, they should get the biggest buffs. I can understand, like, why Hikito wouldn't want to buff them too much. Because, you know, he runs the risk of making them too strong. Where'd that drone go? There you are. So, yeah, I suppose he runs the risk of making them too strong. But I think the buff that we got is a little bit underwhelming. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what buffs Minos got other than just being slightly faster. Like, unironically, I couldn't tell you. I literally think the only buff he has is he is slightly faster. Sisyphus. Sisyphus got the better end of the stick. He is... not only is he... I think he's slightly faster. But also... he... has... yeah, soldiers. I love soldiers. I can't hit them. But he has, he has new explosions after some of his attacks. Not a fan of the soldier buffs. Like, how were those still alive after all of that? After all of that, how were they still alive? The only, like, reliable method I've found to kill soldiers is to just use, just use the coin. It's the only, like, reliable method I've got. Because they're too quick. Much too quick. Huh? Hello? Also, a weird thing I've noticed is, yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but they can kind of teleport now. Which I think, like, surely that's a bug, right? Like, they're not meant to be able to teleport. What the fuck? Okay. We're gonna ignore that. That is intended. That is definitely intended. I mean, it's cool. I don't like it. Anyway, yeah. Soldiers, I think they're bugged. And can just kind of teleport now. And if you don't know what I mean, it's really hard to notice. But go into Sandbox on Brutal, get some soldiers, and just jump around above them. And you'll see what I mean when I say they start teleporting. Oh right, I forgot I have to pick this up, don't I? Like, if I clear, I could try it. Like, yeah, look at that. Like, he just kind of starts jittering about and, yeah, like, teleports. Which, I mean, you know, obviously, like, that's not intended. Right. Whoops. me when I try to projectile boost with the Knuckle Blaster. But yeah, like, that can't be intended behaviour, surely, right? Like, if it is, that's a little bit insane. Like, just a little bit overpowered, I would say. I think that could potentially be why soldiers feel so strong. It could just be because of the fact that they're bugged and teleporting. I don't know. That could be the reason why. I don't know. Either way, I think soldiers need a little bit of a nerf. A little bit of a speed nerf. Because right now, I would describe them as a drone that can shoot you and is on the floor. Right, like they genuinely feel like a drone. With how fast they are, like, it's ridiculous. Also, I need to turn my railgun off. Out of here, out of here. Yeah, they've got very similar speed to a drone, which is kind of funny. Like, it's kind of funny, also kind of very annoying. I mean, like, I'm okay with drones having that speed, because, like, that's kind of the point, right? Like, they're meant to have, like, a slightly annoying speed. They're meant to be, oh right, I forgot about the new, if you don't know, electricity in water works how you would think it works. And by that I mean if you shoot anything electrical in water, you die. Which, I mean, yeah, makes sense. But, dear God, why have you done this? Like, it makes sense, right? I'm not saying it's a bad change. Like, I get why they would make it like that. But, goddammit, why would you make it like that? Why have you done this, huh? You know what I mean? Hello. I mean, it's quite funny, honestly. Like, if you go into 5-1, jump into the first room, and trust me, just shoot the electric rail cannon. Like, just trust me on this. Jump into 5-1 and just shoot the electric rail cannon. What you will notice is everything on the screen just dies. It's really funny. It's very hilarious. Oh, that's a drone. I got no health from that. Yeah, another weird thing I've noticed about Brutal is healing feels a bit off. Like, sometimes I'll, like, whiplash to something or bring something to me and I'll blast it in the face with a shotgun or my revolver or anything, right? Anything that on violent would usually just heal me to full. And I'll just not get healed by it at all. And, like, I don't know if that's, like, intentional, but if it is, I think it should be changed, because it really just doesn't feel good when you smack an enemy in the face with a shotgun and just nothing happens. Right, like, it really... It's not... It's not what I would call... fun. to smack something in the face and have it do nothing. Like, literally nothing. How much health do you have? Oh my god. Womp. So, yeah, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's, like, intentional. Also, I can do this now. But yeah, I don't know if it's a bug, if it's intentional or anything, but I personally think that should be changed because it doesn't feel great to play. It doesn't feel good. Also, oh, speaking of enemies, you got buffs. Speaking of things that feel great to play now, Minos got a massive buff, like huge buff. Like, this guy's attack speed is through the roof. He's going crazy with it. Oh my god, I can set all of Minos on fire, that's kind of funny. But yeah, no, Corpse of King Minos got a massive buff. It is really fast now. Okay. Oh my god, oh, got any door jump scare. Does it do with this door as well? Oh. Frankly, I don't know how that didn't get caught in testing. That seems like it would be something you caught quite quickly. Like, oh, the new weapon breaks the doors. But you know, I'm not a game dev. I don't know how this works. Maybe it wouldn't be cool. Maybe it wouldn't be cool. I wouldn't know. It's just kind of funny. Can I? Nope. Oh, that's kind of sad. Look at that. I will say, out of all of the weapons, Conductor feels like it's the strongest against specific enemies, right? Against super low health enemies, Conductor feels incredibly strong. Like really strong. But put it up against... oh wow, okay. I got no health from smacking that thing. That's another thing, you know, showing that healing just feels a bit off. I don't know if they've nerfed healing. I really hope they didn't, because that honestly... like, yeah, I got no health from killing those things with the Conductor at all. I really hope they didn't, because that just limits the amount of, like, stuff you can do. Right, like, the reason this game is so cool is because if you know what you're doing, you have basically infinite health, right? Only if you know what you're doing. Whereas if you don't know what you're doing, you have very... what the hell? As I was saying, if you don't know what you're doing, you have a very limited health supply. Which I think is what makes... like I know I had hard damage there, but I had, like, room to heal. And I didn't. I got no health. So I hope they haven't actually gone and just nerfed healing, I definitely think that would be a misstep. 100% I think that would be a misstep. And also, it just doesn't feel very good to play. So I do think if that is, I haven't read the full patch notes, but if there is a healing nerf, I personally would like to see it just reverted, because I think the game is better off with a generous healing system, because it lets you play more risky. Like, much more risky, right? Where are they? Let's come in. So yeah, I think, even though, you know, maybe not being able to heal as much is... Yeah, good doors. Even though maybe, you know, not being able to heal much is an increase in difficulty, I don't think it's a good increase in difficulty. I would prefer to see the enemies get new abilities, get a little bit faster, and retain our original ability to heal, rather than nerf healing. Personally. Also, it's time. Oiled up Gabriel. I really didn't notice too much that was different about Gabriel while fighting him my first time. Oh well, you do not taunt very long, do you? Like you do not taunt for very long anymore. Which, I mean, yeah, good buff. Gabriel taunting was always his fatal flaw. Oh, does he not taunt in his second phase anymore? Never mind, yeah he does. Just hardly. Hello, can I parry your swords, please? Oh, I guess I can't parry your swords anymore. I didn't know this. I didn't know you can't parry your sword anymore. Which, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It was kind of overpowered. But there you go, there's Act 1 Brutal. Mostly P-ranked with the new weapons.